Now we live. Now I need to go by and make sure we are over here live.
Tag it too.
I gotta tag y'all too. Hello, hello, hello. We had some technical difficulties. Our Wi-Fi is not working, but we got on a okay, let's go. That's why. Let's see. Oh, that's fine. Gotta get us on over here. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see if we can get on over here. Y'all, we getting it together. We ain't letting them stop us. We coming on tonight. We are coming on tonight. We are coming on tonight. All right, let's see. See, I'm waiting on it to come on over here. If not, we will just go without Instagram. I'm gonna try to wait a little bit. All right, I'm gonna tag it to y'all page. All right, I'm gonna tag it to Tristan's page and everybody's page. Hold on a second. Let us know if y'all are back in the comments. Y'all are back, and we had some technical difficulties, but we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this back on everybody's page, and then we're gonna go from there. I'm about to tag it to y'all page. Hold on a second.
Yeah, he just got through going over the rules, y'all. I can't drink. I can't stand up. I can't blink twice.
There is on Rahj's page.
Everybody's on their best
Andrea.
behavior.
What?
It's on Chris Webb.
I get one bathroom break.
It is on Anthony and Tristan. Level. Okay. All right. I don't know. That was really weird. I've never had that. Well, I ain't gonna say I ain't never had that happen. All right. It should be on y'all's pages now. It should be when it's saved. Okay. Check and make sure it's on y'all's pages. Hey, listen. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Our Wi-Fi just stopped working in the middle of our broadcast. So right now we are streaming. We are streaming on a hotspot. That's how determined we are to get this conversation up. Okay, we're gonna ask y'all again. We've lost a lot of followers to share it again, and those followers will come back. Or do y'all have it on y'all pages? Raj, is it on your page?
Yes, on mine.
All right, Tristan, is it on yours?
Yes.
Go ahead and put @followers in the comments, please. If y'all are joining us, put @followers in your comments after you share it, and it will go to everybody. Thank you, Webb. I see you. The ghetto.
Right, that made me
Fuck you, Webb. Hey, listen. Okay, so please share. Obviously, these people will come back. We got it on all the same platform. I was not able to get it back over on Instagram for some reason because I don't want to start it over. So our Instagram followers, you're not going to have us tonight. You can watch us on either YouTube or right here on Facebook, okay? Please share. We've taken care of all of the house rules. We've talked to our sponsors. So we're going to start back. You were talking, Andrea, about one of the questions that you wanted to ask.
Yeah, I was just kind of saying in the beginning before we get started into the actual stories for both of you guys. For me, it's just a little bit important to know kind of, what kind of friends you were and how you kind of viewed each other from the beginning, because it just kind of lets me know the actions of some things. So yeah, I would like to know that from the beginning, if that's okay with B-Level and you all.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who's first? Who you want to go first, Andrea?
Raj, we said he
Raj.
was going to go first. He's
Okay.
our guest.
Okay. Well, good evening to you all. Thank you all for having me. I am truly honored to be on this platform today.
Thank you.
Yes,
My
yes.
God. He's coming on like a pastor.
Absolutely. You already know. To God be the glory. But no, to go ahead and just dive on in and answer the question straightforward, that's how I am. I would just like to say we were never friends.
Okay.
We were always acquaintances. We started to become friends. Birmingham, Alabama was the start of the friendship. But baby, by the time we got to Little Rock, something had happened. I did not know what was going on. And then we just lost communication. Never did I feel away, but at the same time, we were never friends. We were only acquaintances, and the only thing that brought us together was Professional Plus.
Okay. All right, Tristan. got to answer that, Tristan.
Yeah, answer.
You should have let me drink. Well, to me, I thought we were friends. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we were like. No, I ain't gonna say we were best friends. I just said I thought we were getting to know each other. We knew of each other. We always spoke to each other. We all had conversations. I thought we were friends, and I'm gonna tell you why. I got my list. Okay, firstly, I thought we were friends because I came to his housewarming when he got his house. Like he said, professional plus. We were going out together. I was going to his fraternity things. I don't know if he forgot or he may have forgotten this, but the beef has been going on for 5-something years, so he may have forgot or it's amnesia. But I feel like we were friends. I was going to his events. He was coming to my events. That's why I asked him, hey, to be on my team during the hair show, our first hair show. Well, I believe, I don't want to mix it up. We went up against, is it Ricky Cole or something? Was it?
I don't remember.
I think we were on teams. I think we were on teams. We were split off into teams, but we did a hair show together. We got closer. We hung out. We weren't like best friends, but we were cordial.
friends.
I felt like we were friends. You know what I'm saying?
So if talking to you during work hours is friendship, we have a different version of friendship. Mind you, I've never been to your house, never been spoken to you or been with you outside of work. Everything was always around here. That's not a friend to me. And then mind you, let's be very clear, when you came to support New Delta, it was because your child had passed. That's why you were there.
No, I have been to other events besides before Anthony died.
There. Me and Anthony came off on the same line.
I've always came to y'all events. I've always came.
I joined in 19. I wasn't with them beforehand. You came to an event in 19 when I was there because your child was on the line.
But rather with my regular friends, that we don't always go to each other's house. I went from a long time for going to.
You got to check that down because you sound muffled.
I sound what?
You sound muffled.
No, I'm saying I've came. He hasn't. Even though he hasn't came to my house, we were still friends. We still did shit as friends.
So Rahj, from your standpoint, you were never friends.
No.
Tristan, you thought you were friends.
I done been to his house.
But so I want to start all the way back, right? Because I think a lot of people know what happened, but even I'm learning. So I kind of want to start back from when y'all first met, right? I want to go back to the day y'all first met, when that was. Do you remember when y'all met, Rahj? Do you remember the first day you met Tristan?
No.
You don't. Tristan, do you remember the first day y'all met?
Yes, we were in the mall. Forever 21. He actually knew Tanya. I knew of him because he worked with Mary Jane. So we would always comment on it. He probably don't remember. We used to always comment on each other's statuses and shit like that.
Okay.
But like he said, we were never friends at that point. We just knew of each other. We see each other in passing at the club and stuff like that. At that point, we wasn't friends.
Okay, so y'all met each other at the mall. When did y'all start interacting with each other? Were y'all in the same shop together? Did y'all work? Okay.
We started interacting.
Professional Plus.
Is either the reality show or Professional Plus? I don't know which one came first.
What is Professional Plus?
Professional Plus. Professional Plus is Tam's business. Is her product line.
Okay.
Hair Evasion is her hair show, her hair company.
So this Professional Plus, was it a hair show?
Yes, it's all these hair products, hair show. Yes.
And so y'all met at the hair show. Do you remember that first initial meeting, Rahj, when you at the hair show? When you first met Tristan at the hair show, it was
actually at a meeting with Tam.
Yeah, I was going to say I met Tristan before a hair show. Where I met Tristan was at a house at a meeting for Professional Plus, getting ready for the events that we're about to get ready to partake in. Okay,
what was your initial reaction to what you thought about Tristan? What was your initial when you first met him? What did you think? Did y'all have any interaction? Was y'all just at two meetings?
No, I was super excited about being in the room with such great hairstylists, people who were on fire like I was in the industry. People, because it seemed to be that Little Rock was on a slope downward with being on fire for the industry, and nobody really wanted to grow. So the fact that there were people in the room who had the same desire and fire that burns within me, I was super excited. So the opportunity was definitely clear and it was very open. When I walked in the room, I had no malice, no ill will, nothing, none of that. Everything was flowers and blossoms.
Tristan, do you remember that night?
Yeah, I remember that.
What was your first thought when you met Rahj? Did you have interaction with him?
He was a little different from me. I wasn't used to like all the loud and boisterous, you know, because I've always hung around straight, but I really hadn't had any like gay friends, you know what I'm saying? So but he was tolerable, he was cool. Like I was like, okay, he cool, like I can hang with him. He loud, like he'll say what's on his mind like me, like
Straightforward.
you know, straightforward like me. So I enjoyed that. And then he was also eager to learn like I was.
Okay. And the hair show was in prep of getting ready. The hair show preparation at the house was getting ready for the actual big production.
Hair classes and hair classes. What do you call it? Boot camps. We was getting ready for all of that.
So hour and a half, y'all had some interaction with a group of people, you know, talking about the flow of the hair show.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to the hair show. I'm assuming that was the next time that y'all had interaction with each other. Did y'all have any interaction at the hair show, or hair show has hundreds of people. So you guys probably were there and didn't interact with each other. Did y'all talk to each other? Did y'all at the hair show? Did y'all interact, or was there no interaction there?
There was much interaction.
We always interacted with each other on Facebook.
After we collided at the
was it pleasant? Was it cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So let's kind of go that when you guys initially started to hang with each other. I want y'all to bring me to that day. Where was that where y'all started interacting, started hanging? What was that start?
I feel like it started during the hair shows, getting ready for the hair shows. At this point, I was in my own salon. I wasn't with my best friend anymore. And this is when I left Hollywood Studios. This is around that time. After I left Tanya's shop and went solo and got my own salon, it was around that time. So I was meeting new stylists, you know, because I was just used to working with the people that was inside the salon. So now that I was on my own, I was reaching out to other stylists and wanting to do different projects and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. That's how I remember us, because I was reaching out to him and another person to work together, to work in the salon together. I was doing all that before we even got there.
Okay. Rahj, is that
before we even got to dealing with Tam and them? That's what I remember.
Right.
I used to write on his stories, comment on his hairstyles and shit like that. And we used to have one-on-one conversations about his background, where he came from. He from California. I told him my background. We was just cool. To me, I thought we were getting close. That was my Judy. We weren't best friends like that, like he said, but I felt like we was Judy's. Like I can call him. Like I done had phone conversations with him about my relationships and shit like that, even during the hair show, while the hair show was going on. I just remember, frankly, a timeline specific.
And so, Rahj, you didn't see, obviously, you're saying that y'all wasn't friends. When did y'all, when did y'all start hanging? Like, when did y'all talked about the hair show? The hair show was a lot of people, right? Y'all had some dialogue. When did y'all start hanging post hair show, post not being in a general population of everybody? When did y'all really start hanging? That's what I want to talk about.
And the truth is that we've never hung before. We've never hung with each other before, like on a setting that did not involve hair. Okay. There was never a time where Tristan and I went and had dinner. Even if it
involves hair.
I understand that. I understand that. But
even if it involves hair, I'm trying to get to talk about even when it was in hair, right?
Friends is a strong word.
Okay.
We were never friends.
Associates.
We were
Acquaintances.
Absolutely.
When did you acquaint? When did you guys started having some dialogue?
When did that bond happen?
Yes.
That bond happened at the jam session Birmingham.
Okay.
It was the same time that I, and another acquaintance of ours.
Who is the other? Who is the other?
Marcus Luttrell.
Okay. So there were 3 people.
Yes.
Okay.
3 hairstylists.
All right.
And we went to the Birmingham jam session.
Okay. So
when
you and I talked, you talked about y'all having a really cool relationship. You talked about y'all having talks of having an all-male salon, right?
Yes.
Okay. Was that your idea? Was that Tristan's idea? Was that both? Okay.
Tristan brought this idea to us on the table. I believe it was like in the middle of the show. We did a full photo shoot, mind you. We had got acquainted together at the show. We went from there, and in the intermission of it, before that, the big show that night, we got in front of Tristan's car and we was taking pictures. And it was like, oh yeah, like this looks good. This is a great aesthetic. Tristan already had things underway, like on his way to be able to. He was already starting a business, but then he had an idea.
I had already had a business.
That's right. Well, no, I'm sorry. You already had a business, but this one here, you wanted to do an all-male salon. So I was like, okay.
But I was coming to y'all with ideas because I thought I was like, I can work with y'all. Y'all seem cool. We done hung out. We done hung out business. We done hung out personal. So I was like,
never hung out personal.
Yeah, we done went to a club. We done come to clubs.
We've never called each other and went to the club, Tristan.
Then why did you invite me to your housewarming?
What do you mean? Why did I invite you? I invited all the gays to the housewarming.
No, all the gays wasn't there.
Yes, they were.
No.
So when y'all start having this conversation about a future all male salon, were you with it or not?
This was Tristan's idea.
Were you open?
With it. Absolutely.
Okay, so
I was. 100%.
All right, so
he wasn't with it. That's why it didn't happen.
I was with
it
100%. I'm telling you that I'm with it, so that means I am.
So when you guys come up with this business idea, most times after you come up with an idea, you have to put some effort, right? You have to go by starting that. It was Tristan's idea. You were cool with it. The third guy was also cool with it. Was the third guy? Was he a gay guy too? Or was he?
Yeah,
why does gay have to be up?
Because I'm just trying to set the stage. You know what I'm saying? Was it because we're gonna get into some other things that you told me and that he told me that's going to. So I just want to say because there's three guys meet each other. Y'all talked about an all male salon. Do y'all even have any conversation past that? What happened next? Well, from your point of view.
Okay.
Let me just let him from his point of view. Yeah. Where does it start? Just tell me how you met Tristan, how your opinion of just free flow. How do we get to today? Right? Obviously, there are some things that lead up to today. So from your point of view, how do we get to where we are today?
When did it start? The issues.
The issue started when we came back from jam session. We're at the right point.
Okay.
We're where we need to be. We've already done all the pre-work, all the back work, everything has already been done. The setup is already there. When we came back from Birmingham,
got to talk close to that mic for me, Rahj.
Yeah.
Push it closer to him so he don't have to bend over. Yeah. Go closer. Okay, yeah, perfect. That's perfect. Go ahead, Rahj. That's perfect.
Everything has already been set up. The background, the backstory.
Right.
Okay.
Our definition of friends is two totally different things. And now we understand that. I'm glad we're having that conversation today.
Okay.
So then on top of all of that, we've already got to the point. Now we're here at Birmingham jam session on our way back. Once we get to the city, about maybe 2 to 3 weeks in, things changed.
Do y'all ride together to Birmingham?
Yes.
In the same car?
Yes.
Yes, and back.
And so from your standpoint, if I ride in a car with you, right? And we, Birmingham is what, how many hours?
6.
Like 6.
If I ride in a car with somebody and I'm having conversations, you don't deem that to be friends, but you guys are associates.
That's right. If I ride in the car with you for 6 hours, that make us friends.
Well, I don't. No, it doesn't.
I mean,
but I'm trying to come. I'm trying to leave. So y'all go to Birmingham.
Now, this is the thing, though. You have 40 to 50 passengers that ride together to these events all the time. We were there because of Professional Plus. Let's not act like it was us two that decided to go to the Birmingham jam session. I went to Birmingham jam session because I was invited by Tamala McElroy.
We always invited.
We all were invited, but Tristan decided to drive, so I rode with Tristan because I said that I didn't want to ride the bus.
So y'all get there. Do y'all perform? Do y'all compete?
I don't think I competed that year.
So y'all was just.
I think we were just going to spectate and watch. Okay. You know, this is our kind of like our first time in Birmingham.
Because Tam was putting the team together.
She was putting the team together.
That's right. So we were just going to watch.
Y'all go to Birmingham. Y'all hang out. And do y'all hang out afterwards? Do y'all hang out afterwards?
We hung out we hung out afterwards, and then we rolled back to the house.
Okay.
Which you would do with somebody you rode with. You don't get to the show and then just not see them anymore.
Understandable.
Talk to them. But that does not make you a friend.
So you get back to Little Rock after this show. What's your next dialogue with Tristan?
That's a good question. Now, before we get into all of this, I would like to say that a lot of things. I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is at this moment, I don't recall.
Okay, so you don't recall. Tristan, do you recall y'all next interaction when you come back from the show?
It's actually like been so long. I thought we were cordial. Like I remember us being cordial enough for me. Like, hey, Rahj, come, let's do this reality show. Like I was always want to, like, I like being around them. You know, we were cool. Like I would talk to him on the phone. I had his number. We would talk about different stuff he was going through. I was talking about different. I met his sister. Went to his sister's job.
This is after Birmingham, correct?
Yes, I know. You know what I'm saying? He done rolled in the car with me numerous of times. It got to a point where he started working with my best friend.
Okay.
We was coming up there kicking it. I would come see him. You know what I'm saying? Even though it started being chatter. Then we had another jam session. I don't want to say jam session. It might have been Tam's Professional Plus, but either way, our first hair show we ever did together, or whatever case maybe we were on team. So he was coming to my shop in practice. I remember he did the Ronnie theme, the Players Club thing. So that came around. So we was on teams. We had fun. He was coming, watching my practices. We was helping each other with routines.
So when you say there started to be some chatter,
yes.
what chatter are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, the chatter happened after the show.
What chatter
I
are
didn't
you
mean to
talking
say
about?
that.
What chatter are you talking
Chatter
about?
as if I'm mad about a model.
So y'all
I should have had a
okay.
contract. I should have had a contract.
So y'all were leading up to going into a hair show where both of you guys are going to perform.
Yes, we had already performed. Everything was good.
You had models that you were set to do their hair.
We did our motherfucking thing.
And you're saying chatter. The chatter is somebody stole your model.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Just the first
Yes.
incident.
And it was Rahj stole your model.
Yes.
We're saying somebody.
Yes. And I'm going back.
Okay.
And I'm going. So I'm
Okay.
thinking like he told his side, you know. So I'm thinking we friends. He coming to my what do you call it, studio sessions.
Right.
He coming to my practices. We all on the same team.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking we friends. In my mind, we friends. So after the hair show, he reaches out to my model. He had just got out of high school. I believe he was young. I don't want to name drop.
Yeah, no,
that's
you
not
ain't do
important.
That ain't important.
But you know, he was fresh. He could dance. You know what I'm saying?
Did he know that was your model?
Who? Rahj?
Did Rahj know that?
Yes,
that was
he
your
was
model?
there during my practices. He knows.
So he came to your practice, saw your models.
Yes, we were on teams. Everybody, I knew
Okay,
his
follow
models.
me.
Like we all was acquaintances or
Following
friends or
Tristan,
whatever.
so
Yes.
he comes to your practice. He knows that there's your model.
Yes. So afterwards, I'm getting in the works of working on the next hair show. I
Okay.
can't remember it. I think that's the one was time to go to Birmingham after that hair show. So
Mhm.
I'm getting my models together. You know what I'm saying? Like the conversations, like him calling me, it kind of just faded away. Like he kind of wasn't around like that. Like wasn't coming around. He
Started
kinda
getting few. and
kind,
far
you know,
and
kind of
few.
getting a little. I'm like, okay, damn, is he acting funny? Or whatever the case may be. So I started seeing him hanging with my model. I'm like, oh, okay. They never hung to my knowledge, they never hung together before, and I hadn't seen them hang together before. He was kind of new to the gay scene or whatever because he was young. I think he was just out of high school or going to college or something like that. He was my godsons or my gay son's age. They all hung together.
Okay. Let me ask
That's
you.
how I met him. That's how I met my model.
Rod, let me ask you this. When he say the rumors of someone stealing his model, obviously, were you at a practice where you saw this young man interacting with Tristan to be his model?
Yeah, so let me finish. I'm not done. So
Okay.
he reached out to the models and wanted to work with them with his hair show. Cool, I don't care about that, but I thought we were friends. I feel like he didn't have to do it. I'm like, damn. He's like, hey, I like what the fuck he did. Like, damn, I'm gonna use him. You like, to me, I was like, hey, you give a fuck, like, you know. But to him, it was like the way he moved was like, oh shit, he ain't had no motherfucking contract, so shit, fuck him. That's the energy that he gave to me. I'm like, well, damn,
so
I
let's
thought
be
we was
specific.
cool.
When you say the energy, did he say that, or would you?
Yes, he did. He said
to
that.
you-
We had a conversation. I'm like, right, we moved past it. He's like, well, you didn't have no contract. In my mind, like, that's you actually write in business terms, but you talk to me like you be standing on business or something, like you got your ducks in a row or something like that. We both making it or whatever case, but you talking like you be on this business type shit where you got contracts on models and shit. Like he right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I felt some type of way, but I let it go. We were still kicking and we were still vibing. Like he said, we was acquaintances at that point. At that point, we were acquaintances because I was kind of like, oh, okay, like, damn. You get on something like, damn, I thought we was cool. Shit.
Let us Rod.
So what's your narrative as far as the model is
Let's be
concerned?
very clear. The model is my best friend. Has been since 2013. Very clear, way before we even got to this. And when Tristan did his show, she asked me, was it okay that because she's always been my model. Every show.
But that's not what was told
I
to
let
me.
you speak. I didn't say anything.
That was not what's told to me.
But that was because I told you that. We
No, it
talked
was
about
not.
it.
Because he came to me because when he came out, he came to me. The model came to me, asked him.
Let him finish.
I hope you don't feel no type of way about me working with Rahj. I don't want you to feel like he's like, I'm new to this. I just want a model. That's what he said to me. He never said that he knew you or anything. That he could have knew you, but he didn't tell me
I
that.
can have the floor.
Okay.
You can right
Go
now.
ahead.
The model is my friend, and her pronouns are she.
But then
On
she
top of-
wasn't she.
I understand.
Okay, wait a
that,
minute.
but we
Let her
know
finish.
today that she is she. Let's. Give
I haven't
respect
seen she for
Tristan,
years. I don't know what's
So now
Tristan,
you know.
I don't
She's
know.
she.
I just know now.
So-
Nobody knows that.
So Tristan, you got to let him finish.
Yeah,
That part.
You got to let him finish. Okay.
Woo. All right. So the model was my best friend. Still is a great, great friend of mine. We talk almost every day. Now that's a friend. She has been for a long time. Now, this model asked me before even working with Tristan if it was okay to work with Tristan. Why? Because I was her hairstylist and her friend. I said, absolutely. He does great work. I trust him. By all means, do your thing. Now, did I come to the studio where he was doing his shows and doing all these things? Absolutely, I did. Was I trying to steal a model? Absolutely not. So when the next show came about, I asked her first. I said, hey, would you mind modeling for me? Tristan thought that he had it in the bag because he thought that, oh, this is my model. And then once he got to her to ask her to do the show, she let him know, oh, I'm already doing the show with Rahj.
Yes, the second time. Cool.
So being that that's the case, if you don't have her contracted, then she does not belong to anybody.
So let me ask you guys,
that's just the bottom line of it. I didn't take anybody from you.
Okay. So I do.
But at that time, I didn't know that they were friends. The model never said that. The model came to me. It's like, I hope it's not an issue, because he's seen it was some tension between Rahj. He's like, I hope it's not an issue that I was like, no, I just felt like I just wanted to use what I told him. I hope I still can find the mission. I said, I just wanted to use you for all my projects because I want the crowd to know who my models is. I want to be like a brand. And I said, that's fine. He's like, well, we're friends now and stuff like this. I'm like, that's fine. Because he told me, because I asked him again for the next show, he said he's already working. And I said, cool. I never acted funny with Rahj or anything, but the chatter, oh, the motherfucker didn't have no contract. Like, all this shit was coming back to me. He said, he said, the he say, she say people was around you, your friends, your own friends was telling me
if
this.
You didn't hear it from my mouth, baby, then therefore.
But I was going off your actions of how you was acting.
I never.
So let me ask both of y'all this.
Yeah, and I want to ask you a question.
Is it okay for a model to model for two people?
Yes, it's absolutely. But I thought
you will contract them.
And I'm telling you the reason why I felt some type of way. I'm gonna say it again because I thought we were friends, but he just made it clear that we wasn't. So some of these questions you don't even have to motherfucking ask no more because that's out the window. So we can just move on to the middle because the beginning it don't matter.
Okay,
he said we wasn't friends. So we got to that point. I thought we were friends. So that's a disconnect.
Okay,
that's a discommunication. So that's why the problems have been occurring, because I thought we were friends. He said that we wasn't. But every time I see it, he's like he fucked with me, but behind closed doors he didn't.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
I give reverence and respect to everybody.
No,
and
you
when
don't.
I see you, I speak to you. I don't key for too
but
long.
I was an acquaintance enough for you to ride in my car and we kicking it and shit like that.
No,
but I wasn't
to ride in your car on a business trip to Alabama.
Okay, well then you should have took a business car. You should have rode with Tim.
Then you should have said that at that point. I would.
But we were talking as friends.
Andrea, did you have a question?
That's crazy.
I didn't really have a question, but I did want to say while we were at that point, I did want to say, kind of reiterate what.
Maybe I'm too friendly.
Wait a minute.
I don't know.
No, you're not.
Shit, maybe I'm too friendly. Maybe I'm too motherfucking loyal or something.
Wait.
Because I don't get that.
Let's just take a deep breath. And the thing about it is, but this is the thing, like you said, you had an expectation of one place of where you was, and he did too. But can you both really see Tristan, can you both really understand, even at this point, how the train jumped off the track? Because you thought that this person was not his friend. You didn't know that they had a current relationship. Now, I don't know whether they really had.
I didn't. I honestly, God, I didn't. I swear I didn't.
Can we call?
I didn't know. Of course. He your best friend now. He your Judy.
Okay, wait a minute.
Or she your Judy.
But what I'm saying is, can you understand how? And what happens is sometimes, like, they've had this current relationship. You use this individual. The second show, he's used this individual, but you did say, I wanted to continue using it. So it made you feel some type of way immediately. And then when he
because I told the model that, like, if the model would be like, oh, this Rahj my best friend, I asked him, he allowed me. If he would have said that, I wouldn't have felt no type of way. The model never made it clear that they were friends.
Right.
I thought they were just meeting.
But even though the model didn't make it clear, it still caused the energy difference between y'all.
But the same stuff that Rahj said she said to me.
So
she's like, I don't want you to feel no type of way. She's like, I don't want you to feel no type of way. I wanted to work with you. I really want a model. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was her personal. That wasn't because I said it. That was her personal. That was just her being respectful to you.
That's what I'm saying. That's fine. But
I said it.
I didn't say that you said that. I'm saying that's what was told to me. So I'm looking at it as like, damn, why he could have just asked me if he wanted to use. I'm not knowing that y'all were close.
So you're putting it back on me. Why would it be me? If she's
Because
asking
the
you
way
out
that
of
you
respect,
acted afterwards.
I did not act.
Yes, you did. You never got an attitude
You
before.
let the he say she say get to you. It's not how I act.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. Have you had contracts on previous models before we had that situation?
Every model that models for me knows they sign a contract.
You did not have no contracts for your models.
Yes, I have always had.
You had them after the incident. Trying to be funny.
So
do I need to call my
your
model?
first hair show, you never had a contract.
So
yes,
can we?
No,
so
you did
can
not.
we?
You did not have
and so listen. So listen. The fact. So let me ask you guys again. The fact
like
that
I said, I had contracts for every model.
Hold on, Raj.
Model for me.
Hold on, Raj. The fact that
I have a mask on because
Tristan.
this is fashion.
Hold on, Tristan. Hold on, Raj. The fact that there was some discourse about a model, Tristan, you saw that as shade and shady. You thought he was your friend. You thought he went behind your back, took your model, vice versa. He said that it was his client. He had a relationship.
My best friend.
It was, you should have tied them down. So that was the first point of where you thought, just right. Tristan, follow me.
He shouldn't even been my model then if they was best friends.
It's not, because at the same time,
the
Tristan,
jury
you
is
and I both know that the pickings are slim in Little Rock, and there's not too many people that we can put on stage.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
So to be beefing about a model is crazy.
I wasn't beefing about a model. The way that you were acting after this incident happened, that's why we're beefing. Chatter.
Okay.
From your friends
afterwards.
Okay, so now
you started working for my best friend.
No,
what do you mean?
It was not shortly after.
Yes, it was.
Sounds great.
Okay, I'm muting your mics. Okay, yeah. So the next time we get together, there was already this known beef about a model, which caused some discourse. Okay. At some point in time, we get past that. We still deal with each other. Take me to the second incident. Tristan.
Rahj,
take me to the second incident after the model situation.
Lord Jesus, we got to go down memory lane. Y'all know how many years it's been?
So maybe what was the next major thing that happened?
The thing about it is, let me say this.
I don't even want to say it because if we wasn't friends, none of that matters.
Let me say this up front. But before we even get started with the events and the different things that took place, let me say this. I never had a problem with Tristan Hobbs. I never sent chatter about Tristan Hobbs. And if anybody knows me and was around me, y'all already know what type of pedestal I put Tristan Hobbs on. That's why this is funny to me.
You said what?
Yeah.
You put me on.
No, you said he put you on a pedestal.
Listen very closely.
That's what I'm trying to say. What?
In my own,
meaning that he gave you clout.
Props.
He gave you
clout in the city, but in my book, where I put you, in my book.
So Rahj, let me ask you this: if you didn't have a problem with Tristan,
never have,
and you put him on a pedestal, so let's talk about the event because we're stuck on the model, right? And we got to get past the model, right?
No, we passed the model. The model's done.
So are you guys gonna get me to the next situation where, or I can start asking questions?
So this is the thing, right? The next situation, like Tristan said, there's nor here or there because the friends, we kind of nipped it in the bud with the friends. So the person who would need to address the next thing will be Tristan.
Let's talk about the incident where you was telling me about a mutual friend sleeping with Tristan's boyfriend.
You guys ain't got no drip like me.
Let's go
let's
there.
Talk about that.
Let's go there.
Now, about somebody. Okay, so we're moving from the hair industry into the gay world. Y'all ready to take a trip with us to the LGBTQ community, right? Let's talk about it. Let me be clear. I am being honest. I'm not lying about nothing, and everything that I say, I can back up with multiple witnesses. Now, when it comes to the gay community, Mr. Tristan Hobbs is not very liked in our community. Now, in many rooms, I defend Mr. Tristan Hobbs, right? But he's not liked. Now, there are a lot of people that are around me, right?
You saying you don't like him?
No. Basically. In our community, no.
So Rahj, let me stop.
You can't say do
hold on. We really can't speak in who they're not here to speak for themselves, right?
They don't have to be here to speak.
So
they don't ever be there to speak. They don't never be there to speak. So they don't never be there to speak.
So
I don't care about I don't really care about the gay community.
Sounds great. The only thing I want to say is this: when somebody was sleeping with this man's man, I had no idea.
Was that the mutual friend? Was that the third?
He was my frat brother.
He was your friend.
The person was my frat brother.
Was he a friend to you?
Yes.
He was a
Yes.
friend.
Yes. Now, see, me and Marcus, we have a friendship.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
All right. We cool.
Can I
So
say names?
yeah, you could. Yeah, you
Names if you
can.
want to.
Yes, you
Oh,
can.
me
So
and Marcus, we have a friendship.
So Marcus is your friend.
Yes.
Marcus ended up
Dates
sleeping
all the way
with.
back to 2011.
Okay, so follow me. Marcus ends up sleeping with Tristan's boyfriend.
Now, mind you, I don't know that to be factual. Only thing I know is that that's what Tristan told
So
me.
how are y'all friends and you don't know that?
We weren't friends. Come on,
No,
somebody put it together.
Marcus, you and Marcus are friends, right?
Because everybody don't tell you who they sleep with, baby.
Right.
They don't tell you that. Just because we friends don't mean you share who you sleeping with. You gotta remember one thing about the gays. The gays are sleeping. It's popcorn relationships. You pop in one, you pop out of the next one. They're not gonna tell you that because Little Rock is small, so everybody's
Right.
having everybody.
Right.
So
So
you're
they're not gonna say
hanging.
that.
So you're hanging with him. Tristan, when did you find out that they're
Well,
they're
this
his
is
friends?
there's some missing parts in that.
I am trying to progress this conversation because I don't want to stay on one subject. And I asked y'all to give me the next, and nobody could give me the next deal. So I'm trying to get as much information as I possibly can by asking questions from what you guys share with me. So I don't know when the second was, but I do think that the part of the sleeping with your boyfriend was pivotal in y'all relationship. He's saying he didn't know that. Do you have proof that she did know?
No, I don't have proof.
Okay.
I thought we were friends, so I asked Rahj. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in a lot of stuff had happened in between that, but it was just like petty shit. We still spoke to each other in the club, so that shit don't matter.
Right.
So we was another person that does hair in the hair industry. We was in Atlanta. I did an Atlanta hair show. They featured me. They featured me in Atlanta. It was a big deal for me. I was on the center stage. Everybody was congratulating me, and we were all drinking and drunk at this club or whatever. And then the guy was like, he's in the hair industry too. He started crying. I'm like, what the fuck are he crying for? Like, he got to telling me about Rah's friends sleeping with my ex at the time. I'm like, damn, he was.
You didn't know that? You
No,
didn't know that?
I didn't know because like my nigga Square, he go to work all day. I'm
Okay.
like, how do he have time? He worked late hours. Like, how do he have time? So
Yeah.
I'm shocked. I'm like, and this is way before what he mentioned, the Marcus incident. This Marcus incident happened just here like a couple years. So I'm like, I asked Rahj again. He's like, no, I don't know. This is at the time when he was working at.
You
Tiny
asked
Shop.
Rahj.
I asked Rahj because I thought I was close enough to him to come ask him. Like,
Okay.
like I said, we always talked on the phone. Like, so I thought we were friends.
So you ask him.
Yeah, so I asked. He's like, no, bitch, I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, I don't, girl. We folks. I ain't heard nothing. He ain't told me. So I left it alone or whatever the case may be. So one day I was at Tanya's shop or whatever. I had left it alone. Some months had passed around. Like Rahj had his BFF. The model was there. A lot of his assistant was there. Dina was there. It was his client was there. And there was a few other people that was coming in and out. I don't know if he was selling hair or what. Oh, Tanya was downstairs, so people was coming in and out. So all of a sudden, we were just, when the gays come around, they get the what you call it, reading and stuff like that, the read sessions and stuff like that. I'm not into that. Like, and so a lot of the shit that comes out, like I'm angry about is because I don't understand. Like, I don't hang around gay people. I really never had a gay friend. So the stuff that they do, like, I'm just like, damn, bitch, you picking with me. So he could be like, oh, this is how he play and talk. But I let most of the stuff go because he does it with all his friends, not just me. So I'm like, that's just how he acts. So I just like, okay, most of the stuff I didn't take to heart. So he ended up, girl, some year because your man out here sleeping with this person. I'm like, we was reading each other. We both was going tit for tat, but like when he said that, I'm like, it kind of hit me because this is what I confided in him in. I'm like, damn, bitch, you want to wait till all these other gay people and they, like you said, don't like me for whatever reason. I don't know why the gays don't like me because I don't be around them like that. They're either mad because they want to have and I don't want to have, or whatever the case may be. But he blurted it out in front of all of them. So I was like, okay, damn, bitch, like I asked you in private, but you want to say it in public type shit. So I got upset.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I was irritated. Okay, this motherfucker not my friend. So that's when the beef, as you call it, started with me. Like, okay, yeah, I don't like this motherfucker no more. I'm side-eyeing him every time I see him because he really don't fuck with me like that. So that's when that started.
Do you remember that, Rahj?
Oh Lord, that's a totally different
to...
story from what was actually happening. And the crazy part about it is all those people that were there, I've reached out to all of them just to make sure that the story was correct. Because he did mention, I've heard this rendition of the story 10 times before. Now, I never spoke on anything that he called me about. He did call me about his man, who his man was, partaking in sexual activities with. I never said I could tell him who because I didn't know, right? But what I did know And what I did speak on, now mind you, let's get into reading. Reading is basically talking. Y'all call it Joan in the straight community. We call it reading. And when you read, baby, you go blow for blow and you go for what you know. Mind you, I didn't attack anything that he had just told me. I went ahead on and attacked. The argument was, did he date John Smith or not? That was the argument.
So the argument wasn't did he sleep with
It
him?
was,
It was
no. Mind you, Joe was his boyfriend. Oh, I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, I'm mentioning names. The boy was the man is his boyfriend. I never mentioned the man. Never said anything about him because I don't know the man at this point.
You did. You did after that because you got upset. I was like, no, I've never talked to John, and I called John.
That's what we argued about.
We argued about that. I'm like, nigga, I said I never.
But it was never about.
I never talked. I said I never talked. I said me and John were cool, and then I was like,
but you never talked to John, and you're gonna sit here and say,
yes, I never talked to John.
And you want to call John?
You can. I never talked to John. And I called John in the shop, and you got mad when he was like, no, I ain't never talked to you.
Yes,
I don't know why.
Yes,
he talked inside the shop.
He was just on the phone the other day and he said the same thing.
No, he called in the shop while we all there. We're standing there, right hand to God. No, we did not.
Do you remember when I came and bought that washer and dryer from you?
Yeah, you were talking to him. He bought it for you.
No, I bought it with my own money and I was using his truck.
He said his friend that he's talking to is gonna come buy the washing machine.
He didn't even know anything about coming over there.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So we're jumping
things. First of all, at first the argument was that I was talking about your boyfriend. Now all of a sudden you know about John.
No, you got mad because you said I was being messy for calling John right then and there when you said
which
that.
Was the secret and John was trying to keep on the class competition was that you and John had
what secret? No, we did not. We was cool.
That was the
John liked it me.
I was reading.
John liked it me. Yes.
You all had dealings.
No, we did not. No, we did not.
Okay. So there was. I turned your mic off again.
Call John.
So
ain't nobody been allowing me. So people don't want to admit that they were with John.
All right, Raj, I got the floor. All right, Tristan, I have the floor. I got the floor. We'll turn your mics back on. All right. So obviously, this thing at the shop where y'all were reading, per Tristan, something comes out. He reads that your man was fucking everybody or something.
No, that comes out after the John situation because he was so mad that I called him. I said, I don't have no reason to. I called him and John was on speakerphone. He was like, no, we never had dealings. And then that's when your client, y'all all got up and you went to your house and finished doing hair. Because then you got to talking about Joe and some other shit. And then Dina, your other friend said you was wrong for the shit. Okay. And your client got up and y'all left. And your client told you was wrong. You got irritated because everybody was telling you was wrong. I don't have to lie.
Mic's off again. The mic's is off. Okay. So.
No, Tristan, wait.
I'm getting irritated.
No, that's not.
So we have to have
the conversation.
So let him take a break, cool down. So Raj, from your standpoint, there was never, if I'm understanding you, there was never an issue with Tristan. You're saying to me today that all of the issues is with Tristan towards you.
The problem, I will say, this is what I'll take responsibility of. I'll take responsibility of my mouth. I'm very fly at the mouth. I know what I say. You know what I'm saying? And that part, as far as like chatter and talking and being messy, all this, everything that I've ever said, I said directly. You get what I'm saying? So it's crazy that, you know, we have disagreements, but the disagreements were never like me doing something to him. Never. You can't name a time where I did something to Tristan Hobbs and we're actually beefing because of that. It never has been. It's always because of something that I've said.
So let me ask you a question. So as far as accountability, as far as things that were said, because since you said that the things that were said, do you take accountability in some of those? Like when y'all were reading.
When we was reading, I was reading down. Now I ain't say that that's why your man cheating on you. I ain't say that.
Right.
But I did read down about that John situation.
But were there hurtful things?
Absolutely. It's gonna be hurtful. It's a read. It ain't meant to make you feel good. It's meant to make you feel this minute.
He did say that.
Okay.
Sounds great.
He did say that.
For the record, we'll let it be.
You did say, and your own friend came out and consoled me when you said it.
Who is my own friend? Oh, Dina. Well, that was the thing. She wasn't my friend. She was our friend. She was a mutual friend. Dina and Tam are sisters. And Dina came out to console you because as you just stormed out, you did the same thing at the shop.
So you have to respect my friend from hitting you. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not going to disrespect nobody's place to calm down. I stormed out to calm down. So it wouldn't get physical.
So fast forward past the Reed situation.
Mhm.
Okay. There was also a situation, and I'm jumping around because I'm trying to connect the dots. So I'm just jumping around on stuff that y'all told me. Fast forward to the situation where Tristan was on a live, or somebody was on a live. Tristan ended up coming to your shop. Y'all were locking the door. Tristan was trying to get in. Do you remember that situation of that day, Rahj?
Yes, I remember that day.
Let's talk about that. Tell me about that day.
I believe I woke up and it was crazy because my phone was just ringing off the hook. And they was like, oh, this person is going live about you. They're going live about you. They saying this, they saying that. And I get up, I look at the live, and I mean, now he's on a double lot, like it's like a double screen with him and another hairstylist named Hollywood Tanya, and they're friends, and we all know each other. They are going live. Now she's saying, Tristan, don't say that. Tristan, don't do this. Tristan, don't da 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 da. I mean, he's just going.
When is this?
This is the day of the
that you came to the shop.
The shop, Main Street. So he's going in. I'm talking about he can't do no hair. He got my page up on his phone. Look at this. That's trash.
Y'all want to know why I did that?
Here we go with this.
I want to get finished. I want to get finished.
Well,
then I'm gonna come to you.
I think we should start letting Tristan start. Every time I get in there, I mean, hey.
Go ahead and finish, Rahj. Go ahead and finish, Rahj. So he's on the live with Hollywood Tanya. He's looking at your page saying he can't do hair. Just pick it up for me.
Yes, he's literally scrolling. Oh, this person's right. So you know exactly who he's talking about. There's no chatter. There's nothing that you have to guess about. You know for a fact that this person is talking about me, right? And all these people are tagging me in this. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, okay, this person wants to read. So because he's reading at this point, the very thing you say he does not participate in, he's reading. This blue hair is looking a mess. Oh, but she can color though. But that's about it. I mean, him and all his followers. I mean, they are nailing me to the cross, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not worried about it. I'm on my way to the salon. Mind you, thank you for waking me up because I was late. The people sitting at the shop waiting on me to get there. So I'm on my way to the shop and I go live about the situation.
What do you mean? What a stop. When you say you go live about the situation, you go live about his live.
About his live.
What do you say in your live?
Oh, I'm talking cash money shit in my live.
What are you saying in your live? Tell me what you're saying. You tell me what he's saying.
I'm bragging on my accolades. I'm talking about the fact that yes, I can do hair, and yes, I am gifted.
Are you talking about his hairstyles at that point?
Am I talking about his hairstyles? I don't think I talked about his hairstyles in there. I don't think I did.
So
I don't think I did. But
you're basically
at the same time, there's that possibly. Right.
But y'all was going back and forth.
Yeah, we're going back and forth.
Yeah,
and I'm talking. I'm reading. I'm saying this. I'm saying that. They saying I'm broke. I'm like, bitch, I ain't broke. Who broke? Like, girl, what? Always got clients. Always booked. Forever been a stylist. Girl, Mind you, I'm running it. Right. I get to the shop, go in the shop, drape my client. She was like, what is all this about? People calling my phone. I said, girl, don't worry about it. Ain't even nothing like that. Mow her down, put up under the dryer, another lie. I said, oh, girl, here we go with this. So I went outside, right? I'm talking on the phone. I'm doing this, doing that, blah, 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 right? Mm-hmm. So I didn't say me. I said it. Pull up, girl, because you already know what time it is. At this point, I had lost it. I'm done. I'm done talking. I'm done being professional. I'm done being nice. I'm done, trying to uphold my maturity. I'm done with it. Pull up. It ain't nothing but space and opportunity, and that parking lot is right out there, right? So I'm saying this all on the live. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. So in true fashion, Tristan does show up, but in between then, I have a phone call. The phone call reminded me that we are next door to the Chamber of Commerce, and anything in that manner that will happen anything that could happen at the building will result in us being put out.
My comments ain't coming up.
What?
My comments ain't coming up.
Okay.
I can read some of them.
Okay, no, you don't have to. I mean, is it charging? Make sure it's charging.
It is. It's
Hold on a second. We're gonna get to some of the comments. I promise you. All right. So you say pull up. You tell Tristan pull up. You on your live?
I told him pull up. I was on my live.
Okay.
As soon as I ended the live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I then get a phone call that reminded me, hey, any kind of activity like that next door to the Chamber of Commerce is gonna get us put out the building. Mm-hmm. So then I had to put my maturity hat back on. Mm-hmm. I went in, locked the door, didn't say anything, kept on doing my client's hair. The next person, somebody else called. Hey, don't do X, Y, and Z. You don't need to stoop to that level. Blah, 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 blah. I said, okay, you know what? Never mind. Put a status on my page. I said, whatever, it's done, and let it be. Right? Kept on moving. About maybe 20 minutes later, I get a kick at the door. Boom, boom, boom. Come out, bitch. Come out. You got all that mouth on live. Come out the door. Come out the door. All this extra stuff. I go downstairs and look back in the back there, right? I look in the back door, and this person is kicking the door. I politely walk back upstairs and continue doing my client. At this point, I now have to console my client because she's a 60-year-old woman and she's actually scared. And she says, is this what you was doing on that live earlier? Is this what's going on? So now I got many things to think about. I got a building to think about. I got clients to think about, an image to uphold, maturity level, all this other kind of things that if I would have went out there to feud and fight in the parking lot, I could have lost it all.
Okay.
So I made the conscious decision. And I made the more mature decision to go ahead and stay in, let him have his fit outside, and then we'll deal with things on the other end. I won't bring that to my business. Yes, it was wrong of me to incite the ride by telling the man to come, and that was a low point for me. I was fed up and I was tired. We call that human. But at the same time, I decided that that's not where I was going to go with it.
Okay. Tristan, do you remember that day?
Yeah, I remember that day.
Okay. Does his story add up to what?
It's slightly off.
Slightly off. You want to talk about the parts that he didn't get right, so that we don't have to hear the whole story?
Yes, I'm going back to a couple of days before that. I had an incident with a client. Her name is Farah. She didn't have the correct hair. It was a lot of stuff with that appointment. Blase. I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, she was in the wrong.
Who is she?
The client. I guess she normally goes to Rahj or whatever because she booked the appointment.
No, she's never been to me. She's Shishi's client. Has been for the past 7 years.
Okay, well,
never been to me.
Well, when she was in the chair, she was saying she go to Shishi and Rahj.
Okay.
Yeah, never been to me. Her sisters and them do. They're on the live.
Okay. But anyway, so she didn't like her hair or whatever. She wanted an invisible part, whatever her other client did, or the case may be. I told her she should get closure. She tried to move a full cook weave out her face, so it looked fucked up. And she was upset. She tried to blast me. Rahj was in the comments saying his little stuff, so that's why I got upset. And that's why I went live.
Okay.
So when I went live, yes, I was talking shit. I was talking about he can't do hair. Now I will say I'm not no hating ass motherfucker. Rahj can do hair. He a bad motherfucker with them cuts, quick weave, short styles, 90s hairstyles. He's cold in the motherfucker. Ponytails. I'm not gonna lie. I've never been a hating ass nigga. I'm gonna say that. So yes, it was some style. You know, sometimes client bring us hair, it don't look as pleasant as our other work. So I was pulling up his worst work. Yes, I did, and I was talking shit about him. Yes, I was. It was a clapback from what he was doing. He was egging it on, like, you get what I'm saying? Like he on there talking shit with them type shit. And then amongst other things, it was just a lot of back and forth. So I went live, which I shouldn't have done. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at this point, I'm going through, like I had already got into it with just gay people in general. It's just like I'm frustrated with the gay shit. Like, cause why are we into it? So I was just irritated. I'm just at my wit's end. So I did go live. Okay. I was talking shit. So that made him in return, I believe, like he said, he did a live. So everything he said, he was correct. He did a live and was talking shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he did. Cool. I shouldn't have went live. Cool. We beefing. Fuck it. So in the midst of all that, I don't give a fuck about none of the other hair shit because I know I'm cold in a motherfucker because I wouldn't be where I am today. So all the other shit he was saying on live, didn't give a fuck about. I've been doing my shit way before I got to Little Rock. Been on my shit. I don't give a fuck about what nobody said. But what stuck out to me, what made me go up to the shop is because my situation with my nephew. You know what I'm saying? I called him an auntie because, you know, Rob, he's more elaborate with his styles. So I called him my motherfucking auntie. So like at this time, I'm taking care of my nephew. Like he been put in harm's way and shit like that. I'm going through with my nephew. So the first thing he's like, oh, you calling me an auntie? You over there taking care of other motherfucking people, kids and shit. But mind you, he's still on live. And when I heard this, I wasn't going to go. My best friend told me, like, Tristan, you better than it. Don't go. Just let it go, y'all. And what she told me, and I should have listened to her, she was like, y'all not friends. She's like, just let it go. Y'all not friends. But in my mind, like, I'm upset. Like, I'm in my feelings because, nigga, you my friend. Like, why are you? I done vented to you about how these other punks and shit do me. They be hating on me and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like you doing the same shit. So I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? My nigga side coming. I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when he said that, it pissed me off because I'm already going through shit with my nephew. So I'm like, you don't fuck with me, but you watching me enough to know I got somebody else motherfucking kids. So so I immediately got red. Like I got upset because like that situation for me was touchy. So yeah,
It was a trigger.
yeah, it was a trigger. So yeah, I zoomed the fuck up on there. Like he was still on live when I was beating on the door. The door's open. I worked at that building for almost 3 years. So there's a brass door, double doors, and it's a glass door. The double doors is already open. The glass door was still there. So when I pulled up, the door was locked. He was still on live because I was watching it in my hand. I was like, yeah, I was typing on the line like, bitch, come outside type shit. Like, so when somebody was like commenting on his live, the fake hoes that was going back and forth from my status to his status, the fake hoes and niggas, the back and forth shit was telling him that Tristan's outside, he pulling up. So he goes down there and locks the door, or whatever case. He's still on live, or whatever the case may be. So he goes back upstairs. He's still on live. So I'm beating on the door. You can hear me beating on the door on his live. And that's when he was like, oh shit. And then I guess another phone's ringing in the background. He was like, oh shit. So he hangs up the phone. So I'm still beating on the door. 5 minutes later, the motherfucking police pulling up. So the police like, we got a call from the guy inside saying that you're beating on the door. Why are you beating on the door? I said, I'm beating on the door because he told me to come up here. He gonna say, so he not letting you in? I said, no, he won't let me in. He told me to come up here to talk, so I'm up here, or whatever the case may be. So the other officer, I was working there for 3 years, so like the North Little Rock police, they kind of like with the community. So I know mostly all the North Little Rock officers because this one time we have events, they'll come pay for some of the customers here and shit like so. They in that area, the police is real involved. They know us because I worked there for years. So he said, so he keep a knocking and you can't come in. So he got the rap making a joke out of it, like, oh, he sung a song about stuff. You know, people on there laughing and shit, but I'm really mad because you said this about my nephew. Like, I really want to fuck all the fake, the model shit. I'm fighting you because what you said about my nephew, because I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? It don't even have nothing to do with him at this point. It's because of my nephew.
Let me ask you a question, Raj. Listening to him talk about how emotional he got when he presumed that you were talking negatively about his nephew situation. So you're hearing him, so you could understand how that would kind of send him over the top.
So it just sent me off. I could have been like, if I done seen Raj at his shows, all kind of shit. I've always been cordial. I might have my motherfucking nose stuck up because I'm like, I don't know to speak to you because he'll speak sometimes and then he'll speak like I'll take it back. He always speaks. Always speaks. So I just at this point, so much stuff has happened. I'm looking up him outside my head, like, don't even speak to me, like, because you clearly do not give a fuck about me. Like, don't even speak to me at this point. So yes, I'm always staring at him, looking upside his head, like I don't know whether to swing. And like we always been in events where I'm connected as my cousin event, or we all got mutual friends and shit in the community. And I'm tired of it because like he said, the gays don't like me. They have no reason not to like me. Anytime I come around somebody, I open up my heart to them, which fucks me in the end. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm always close to people. I always uplift people. I've always commented on his shit. I have messages in my phone with like, oh, that's fire, Raj. You doing like I've always uplifted motherfuckers. You get what I'm saying? So like I never could understand like why the fuck we were so at a drift, like because I always supported him.
Raj,
I had a conversation with Marcus off camera, whatever case may be. Like he apologized for the shit or whatever. He was just like, I was so mad, like I felt like you never supported me and shit like that. You know, I was like, me and Marcus shit different because me and Marcus were friends. I've been knowing Marcus too. I know for a fact me and Marcus were friends. So that's why I felt some type of way about that. We had a conversation off air.
Okay, so
you might not know about it,
so that I can progress this conversation. You hear him, right, Raj? You hear him. He was emotional. He felt like you were taking shots at the situation with the nephew.
And I feel like it's been other shots have been made. Like I had wrote them down just remembering. And I kind of just blocked it out because they really didn't matter. Like I just wanted to remain cordial. I'm sorry, I'm reading something. I just wanted to remain cordial, you know, through it all. Cause like he said, like people just don't be liking me for no reason to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't just be around here picking fights with nobody. For him to say that just now, it kind of triggered me. Cause like, what you mean? Like the gays don't like me. Like if anything, if I had an issue with them, it's because they did something disloyal to me. And that's why I wanted to do this podcast. That's why I wanted to do this segment. That's why I wanted him here. I reached out to the motherfuckers, not saying you a motherfucker, but like I reached out to him so we can have a sit down because I'm not like that to get to the bottom of the shit.
So let me ask you this, Roger, is it your intention to mend y'all relationship?
But he said, relationship.
I'm talking to Raj. Is it your intention to try to get to a better point because you're saying that he was your friend, but he was associate, right? Associate means you deal with them, you speak to them. There's no beef. You might not hang out with them,
A
but
common
get to a
ground.
pleasant
A common
common
ground.
ground. Yes,
A
Drea.
clarified common ground.
Yeah.
That is my intent.
Okay.
Is there
What?
anything to mend? No, there's nothing to mend because we never broke nothing apart. There is a place because he and I are in the same industry.
But y'all were at a common ground now because y'all was just at Tam's class and y'all was able to be there. It was pleasant.
It's always going to be pleasant because I'm going to make sure that the platform and the foundation of things is always pleasant.
Tristan, what is your wish for this conversation?
I mean, I just wanted to get to the bottom of what the issue was because, like I said, like I'm trying to do shit within the community. Like I don't want to be watching like this person have a problem for this unknown reason. This person have a problem. Like I want to be a part of the LGBT community, like with my people. Like I want to be able to, to grow. That we as a we can't get. We can only do so much by ourselves. In order
And
to
Raj,
elevate and grow.
And right, and what,
hold on.
and I'm trying to cut you off. Go ahead, Tristan. I'm
In
sorry.
order
Finish
to
your deal.
elevate, in order to elevate and grow, we have to mingle. We have to be entwined. We have to be a part. Like we have to work together for a bigger cause. And like that's all I've been trying to do. Like he said, he asked me to do this. He asked me to do that because I was trying to be involved. Like that's what all I've been doing since I've been in Little Rock, trying to be involved. Like I never wanted to get into a garage. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that we were friends, and that's something I have to work on. Everybody is not your friend. I just learned the lesson today. You get what I'm saying? So like I thought we were friends, so that's why I took it so hard. Him letting me know we wasn't friends, like he had no loyalty to me. He let me know he didn't fuck with me, like that we were just associates. I'm like, cool. Like if I would have known this years ago, shit, this wouldn't even have been a question.
So
Well, I want to say something.
But initially, when we had to,
Andrea.
but
I'm
ini-
listening.
but
I think that Tristan, what you just said is the point, and that's why I asked the question at the very beginning. Because again, when you don't learn something from something, then kind of God just kind of allows you to keep going over the same thing over and over and over again. In my opinion, because I know we're running out of time, but Raj,
We ain't run out of time.
No, we're good.
I just think that Raj, and I'm just, I'm always gonna be the type. I like everybody, but I'm always try to be truthful and honest. I think that honestly and truly that yes, friends, people do pick their friends, and they do have friends that are true and valuable people to them. And some people hold certain words to a higher standard. But I just think that honestly and truly that you should have been, even with you knowing that, I think that you allowed him to believe that y'all were something that you weren't. Now, whether he felt that was right or wrong, I don't, because I wouldn't get in a car and let somebody go with me. I don't care if it's a professional setting or not. When you get in my car, you go somewhere with me, we go out, I come to your house, you come to my house. I hold you to a higher standard that you will represent me in a room that I'm in or I'm not in. And so I think that honestly and truly, I think honestly and truly, you could have did better in that perspective. Tristan,
Let
I
me
most
ask you
definitely,
this.
wait a minute. You. Yeah,
I
you.
just want to ask you a question real quick.
Yeah. Okay. But hold
I'm
on.
in somebody's place.
Huh?
I'm in somebody's place. I ain't never met them before in their personal space. Am I their friend?
Yeah, no. I'm
No.
saying, but there was enough did. There was enough
Your call has
time.
been forwarded to
There was
voicemail.
enough time
Person you're trying
spent
to reach.
between you two that felt like it was a development of something. And if somebody comes to my house more than two times, and I'm with them more than two times, and we're taking trips, and we doing all of these things together, I am going to feel like that there is at least some level of loyalty to me. And yes, I get it. Sometimes people don't have to say, "Oh, that's my best friend," like you said. But I think that you could have did a lot better in that situation. And I think Tristan too. You do have to learn. Like I think that
Your
a lot,
call
like
has
you
been
said,
forwarded to
I think a
voicemail.
lot of those
Person
things
you're
were
trying to
done,
reach
just
is
like you
not
said,
available
because
at the
you
time.
felt like y'all were in a space that you truly wasn't. He didn't value you as that. And he showed you that in certain things. And not really just showing you anything, because I haven't heard him really say nothing bad. You kind of felt some ways first. And that caused some things to happen because you felt that y'all were in a place that you weren't. And sometimes you do have to sit people down. And I always tell people, if you my friend, I got an expectation of your motherfucking ass. And we're gonna talk about our friendship because I just expect you to do something. And that's why I don't have them. I don't have bitches. I don't do bitches. I don't do none of it because I've never seen one of them that can be really loyal outside of my mama. And that's it for me. But that's my take on it. I just think that both of y'all, you understanding and defining what people really are to you. you, and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna be done with it. And don't stop who you are. Don't ever stop being who you are and being a giving person, a loyal person, and trying to be people's friend and trying to be involved. Don't ever allow things that happen in you, because God made you that way for a reason. And so but you do need to learn how to define who's good to you. And when people show you where they are in certain stances, not that he showed you something so bad, but when people show you who they are in certain stances, believe that shit, because it's real. It don't take 3-4 times, to get it. It is what it is.
And so what I want to do, I know we got a lot of people commenting. There's me. I'm going to open the information line. If you guys want to call, listen, I'm going to ask you to keep your comment to 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
John Smith, call your line,
Okay.
motherfucking ass in.
Two
John,
minutes.
Call in.
Please call.
501
It's in there. It's on there.
650-9726. Call your
So-
old ass line ass motherfucker. Call in, man. Come and call in.
So
Bitch, you talk to me all over 1 week.
So I am opening up the information
1
line.
week.
501.
Fresh out of a relationship, and I
Six-
stopped talking to you, and you started acting funty. I didn't have a relationship. Stop saying relations. We talked for a week.
Pain for a week.
Entertained for a week and a half.
Okay, just a minute ago.
Yes.
You never did.
Yes.
All right. So what
You said what?
Just a minute ago was that you never.
Because you
did.
saying relations like we was in a relationship, like we don't.
All right. I got a call. I'm gonna go to the request. Tristan, you can't. I gotta answer the phone. Okay. Here we go. Oh no, hold on. All right, Unpacking the Baggage podcast. What's your
Pissed me
name and
off.
where you calling from?
This is Marita
Maria.
Baker.
Okay.
Yes, and I'm coming from West Little Rock.
Okay.
Hey,
Tell me,
hey, Maria.
you got
said
two?
Maria.
I'm smacking the shit out of him when I see
Yeah.
him on my mama.
Yeah.
What's your name
I just
again?
wanted to say that, Marita.
Okay, good. Okay, go ahead.
Marita, come on. You got 2 minutes. Come on with it.
Okay, I just wanted to say I'm cool with both of them,
Mhm.
and I have never heard either one of them talk bad about the other to me, and I'm just like, I see that in the future, like as far as them working together, that they can make a lot of money. And
I know
that's
that.
my
That's why I
biggest
was trying to.
thing right now. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the same time, I really thought that they were friends.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We were. He said we wasn't, but you get it.
Even with being on the reality show.
Exactly. I brought him on a reality show. All this other shit. Like,
Everybody
it's-
was friends on the reality show. The only friend that I had on the reality show.
you
was
started
Mary
acting
Jane.
funny with me on the reality show,
only
saying
person-
my outfits were fake, all this other type shit. I'm like, damn, I brought.
Okay. We have got to be able to get through this.
Right.
got to.
Exactly.
We got to.
And I'm hoping and praying that they come together, because when I say the reality show can definitely make it on a national network. I was there. I was behind the scenes. I was on the show.
You got 30 seconds, baby girl.
know from first thought it's not him, but I just hope y'all come together and get along and kumbaya and at least keep it cordial and professional, because y'all are in the gay community and y'all are black men, and this is, people already look down on shit like that.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
So I just, all right.
Okay. All
Man,
right.
fuck the gay community.
So I'm
Shit,
gonna
the straight
go
people, the straight
and
people support me better than them.
answers. I'm gonna call back
Shit.
somebody that
All
was
they do
calling
is suck
in.
and fuck.
Mm.
All right, they're gonna miss their opportunity. All right, so we was on the line. If you want to call back, the line is
Your
open right now. I'm gonna try this next call. See if this is somebody that we missed.
Hello.
You call the Unpacking the Baggage podcast?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Oliver Dior commenting.
All right.
Most of the people know me as Q.
Okay, where you calling from, Q?
I'm calling from New York City right now.
Okay. All right, you have 2 minutes. Go ahead with your comment.
Okay.
Who's that?
So my first thing that I have to say is it will be directed to Rahj. When you have friends, it's okay to confide in friends. I understand you have a definition of what you call a friend. But when you do like certain things that people take shit personal, like if I'm riding in your car with you, I trust you with my life. So to sit up and say that somebody is not your friend, that's kind of weird, because it definitely speaks on your character. And me being a previous friend, I have heard you say things back and forth about friends that you have had behind their back, and then go dance in their face the next day. And I never went and said nothing to them because out of being your friend, I don't want to see my friend fighting in a brawl of somebody that, you know, we really love each other. So you really have to watch what you say about people, because some of the stuff that you feel, you should keep it to yourself. And if you don't really feel like a person is your friend, don't put yourself in a playground with them to dance with their life, because not all of us play with our life. And me and you had an extensive friendship, and I won't go into detail about our personal stuff, but I
You
will
got 30
say
seconds. 30
some-
seconds.
it's some stuff that you have said about Tanya and Tristan that you did not actually reveal and say. You said that you didn't say anything about them. You didn't have no issues, but you have had issues with them. And I don't appreciate the lies.
All right. Thank you for calling in. Thank you. All right. So this one person has called like 15 times. Let me try to call him back. Now they're not going to answer the phone. They didn't call 100 million times.
Is there some comments?
Okay. I was trying to, I mean, obviously there's Andrea, do you have some comments that you can pick out you want to read?
So let me just go from the bottom up because it is quite a bit. Oh my God.
Just pick, I mean, obviously you can't get through all of them. Okay, here's this callback. Let me go ahead and take it. All right, Unpacking the Baggage podcast. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, this is Nicole Campbell. How y'all doing tonight?
Hey, Nicole, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm gonna make it fast. I know I got 2 minutes.
Yep.
I was just calling in to
ahead.
just calling in to say I completely understand, Tristan, where you're coming from. You remind me so much of myself. You know, you're sweet, you're genuine, and we come into this world and we think that everyone is like us. You know, and I must say that my mama had to tell me growing up, you know, you can't be smiling and giving everybody hugs and thinking everybody is your friend, because everybody is not your friend. I know you're good-hearted, but everybody is not like that. Like sometimes that really intimidates people because they don't have that same type of spirit. But I just want to say, I love you. I love your spirit. You're so genuine. And I mean, I can even see it. I can feel your spirit through my spirit. Keep being you and keep, you know, allowing your light to shine, because it's ever so beautiful. And one thing about it, use your spirit of discernment. What I've had to tell myself is when your spirit speaks to you, listen to it. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you for calling, okay, and thank you for watching.
Okay, you're welcome.
All
Bye-bye.
right. All right, Andre, you want to try to dive through a couple of them?
So Rose said, damn, I missed it. My man walked in the room. That's girl, we don't care. Tanya said, dang. So he was talking about me and he worked with me. It's crazy. April says, that's a John Smith call, and that gets the 15 times. We're better together. Our community needs to learn to agree to disagree, and let's make things happen. She says, I look at it like this. All of y'all are talented as fuck, nice as fuck with the hair shit, and that's enough for everybody.
Hold on,
go ahead.
Andrea. Unpacking the Baggage podcast. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, I'm Prosperous Faith. I'm calling from Little Rock, Arkansas.
Okay.
And I just want to say this. The hair industry is messy as it is. All y'all coming for Rahj. He is the most loving, caring person in the world. He does things for people that you cannot even believe. Everybody is going to say what they want to say, but y'all attack character when the industry is what it is. Clients keep up mess. Friends keep up mess.
Mm-hmm.
We grown. If you're going to idolize somebody, praise them up. If you not, don't talk about them at all. And it's giving envy. It's giving, oh, I thought he was this way. We could have did this, and it didn't happen. So, oh well.
I didn't need it to happen. I didn't need it to happen. I just wanted to work with him because I seen a light in him.
Somebody for who your man slept with.
I'm not mad at him for that. I thought we were friends, and he wanted to blurt it out in front of a group of people. When I already asked him, I'm not mad at him. Girl, you're a friend, girl. Bye. Girl, fuck you, bitch.
Tristan, you got to let
Yeah,
gotta let people
everybody
talk,
has an
right?
opinion.
You know,
and
you
so
have
we
to respect that.
people's opinions.
And we can't do that, Tristan. We can't. We gotta let these people.
Nah, because people real feelings is involved. I didn't come here to play.
But Tristan, you cannot
B
hang up-
level. I came here to resolve a resolution, not to
Tristan,
play. This is for real. This ain't just for no live,
but let
for
me
no
say this.
motherfucking views.
Let me ask you
I
this,
really
Tristan.
felt some type of way. I felt he was my friend, and
No,
it is what it is.
But let me ask you this, right? You came here knowing that you were trying to have some resolution, right?
Right.
But you knew that there was a chance that it wasn't going to happen, right? So you took a
I
chance.
didn't say what that's not what I'm saying.
I'm asking you, did you come here with the intention of there being a resolution?
Yes, but
Okay.
not like with the jet. Like we like staying. Oh, you say with the we. That's not what we was talking about. You know for a fact.
What
Okay,
I'm
just go ahead and
telling
answer the phone.
you, Tristan,
It's
is we
cool. We can
have
talk.
to allow
That's
the
fine.
guest to
I ain't gonna
finish.
say shit else.
Okay. All right, let me go to the line.
I ain't gonna say shit else.
Unpacking the Baggage podcast. What's your name and where you calling from? Hey, you have to turn your TV down or turn your phone down. We're getting a lot of feedback.
Okay, this is Tanya.
Hey, Tanya, turn the background down because we're getting some feedback. Tanya, you got 2 minutes. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I want to say is, and I'm a person, I'm gonna tell Tristan when he wrong. I've worked with both of them, Rahj and Tristan, right? Now, I'm not gonna be like these other people that's gonna bash or take sides or whatever. But from my personal experience, what I have seen was, Tristan to say something to try to be friendly, or Rahj would be friendly sometime, but Rahj would have his days where he would be snappy with Tristan or be shady with Tristan. And I'm not saying that just because he's my friend. Even with the model situation, I had to tell Tristan, hey, you really can't get mad because you didn't have no contract with that model. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna tell my friend when he right or wrong. You see what I'm saying? And everybody that's talking stuff to my friend in them comments or throwing shots, please don't do that because I know how to roast. Please don't do that. Keep it cute. But anywho's, like I said,
Tanya, let me ask you a
before,
question, Tanya. Is it normal procedure to have a contract with a model?
I would personally, if I want that model to be my model, I would definitely put them under contract. If not, this is free game.
Are you so? But is that normal? I mean, we know that you will. Okay, that's normal for if you're using a model. And why do you put them in a contract? Is it so they can't model for somebody? Are they being paid?
Yes, they're being paid
So
either
you're
with
paying
hair
them
or services.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're paying them to model. So that's why it's a conflict of interest for me to pay you, and then you go model for somebody else. That's what you're saying.
Correct.
Okay. All right. I get it.
Correct.
I get it. I thought these models was free. I didn't know that they were being paid.
No.
They're being paid.
Yes, they're either getting paid or
That
compensated.
that clears up a lot of concerns because I'm like, how can you stop somebody from being a model, but you're paying them? So that's a whole nother different deal. Is there anything else you want to say, Tanya?
And it is it's actually an episode you guys can look at to get you guys' own view of things.
Mm-hmm.
It was an episode called Classy Boss Beauticians, and you can actually see them both on there getting into it with each other. You know what I'm saying? And it just be shade out of nowhere. And I never understood why. Even Tristan had came to me one time because he got so angry in my shop, because this one Rahj was working at my shop. They was talking about his boyfriend or something. I couldn't quite hear what was going on upstairs. And then all of a sudden it got loud, and then Rahj had said something that Tristan personally asked him to talk. Hold on, be quiet. Tristan personally had asked him to, about his boyfriend, and he told him a different story. But when he got in front of other people, it was almost like he was, I don't know if he was friend or whatever the case may was, but I feel like they should have had that personal conversation to the side instead of in front of everybody
Friend
else.
or not.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Yes.
Friend or not.
Friend or not. And then I ain't trying to be funny. This is how I feel. I hate when people try to pull their friend card and say, like when they do messed up stuff or anything backstabbing, we weren't friends. But if I'm not friends with somebody, I'm not riding their car. I'm not doing business with them. I'm not hanging with them. They're not coming to my house. That's just me personally. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you, Tanya. Your time is up. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
I think everybody is forgetting one key point in the friend thing.
What is that?
Hold the line.
What is that?
The one key point is we were acquaintances and business partners through Professional Plus. We were doing business through a company. We didn't come together independently to be friends and to go to these places and do this. We were contracted through a company, not contracted because there was no paperwork, but we signed on with this company to work together with a company. It wasn't like, oh, we're friends, so we're going to go to their show. We're going to do these shows together. We're going to do this and do that in the hair industry. No, we met there and we did business there.
Okay, let me take this last call and then we'll get back. Okay, Unpacking the Baggage podcast. What's your name and where you calling from?
Bianca and Jacksonville.
Bianca and Jacksonville. You have 2 minutes. Go ahead with your comment.
Okay, I just want to say to Tristan, I love you. You're a sweetheart. And your heart is good, your soul is good. But I just think you're looking for the you and a lot of these people, everybody's not your friend. I just feel like you just gotta, deal with the people you're dealing with and let everything else flow.
Okay.
That's it, that's all.
Thank you.
But your heart is good, your soul is good, you're a sweet person. I wouldn't even worry about it.
Thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I do want to play this clip from this reality show that you guys were in.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Listen, I've never been envious of Rahj. I want Rahj to win. Like, I want him to do good with his hair career. Like I said, he's talented. I apologize for hanging up on that caller. It's because I heard that before. Like, I was jealous of Rahj. I've never been jealous of Rahj. I've been doing my own thing since I was little, since I was in high school. I was managing a salon when I was in high school, barbershop and a salon. I've never had a jealous soul. Like, I've never been jealous of Rahj. So that envious stuff don't work with me. You can't use that against me. I've never been jealous of you, ever. I've always wished you well. I see good in you. I feel like you're talented. I feel like we could have did great things together then and now. So the same thing I was doing then, that's what I was trying to do now, is have a sit down. Hey, you came to my class. You be having classes. Like, that's all it was. Like, we don't need to be arguing. We need to set an example type shit. Like, that's the only reason for this sit down. I didn't bring you here to be your friend or try to be your friend. You know what I'm saying? I run you here for reconciliation because we do the same thing in the industry and we're gonna bump heads. I felt so weird being in that class with you sitting in there and we hadn't said anything to each other. That's weird. That's just weird. We're going to be in the same rooms.
And it's
I never took nothing from you. I just did jab for jab. It's like every time I'm around, even your own friends have this issue with you. You jab for jab. Like, you do these jobs, and that's just your personality. And I learned to live with it. I was cool with that. We was cordial. From the little situations with my ex, all the other shit, John, whatever you want to say, I've been cordial with you. Like, I never beef with you even after knowing those things. Even after I know you talked about me at the hair school. Even though I know you talked about our hair show when Alonzo Arnold came down. Even though after, you know what I'm saying, you were just talking about me. Like, it's more, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't bring those things up because it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I can't do bobs, all this other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still spoke to you. You came to the gay pride. You danced with my mother. You know what I'm saying? You had a ball with my mom. It's a video of that. You calling Tam, talking about me to Tam, not talking about me bad, just voicing your concerns about me to Tam, voicing your concerns to me with Dina, voicing your concerns to me to Antoine about the Mr. Netta hair incident. Like, it's been a lot of stuff that's been said that I never brung up or never went live about. The only reason why I went live because I was fed up and angry at the moment, probably because other stuff and it fuse it together. But I've never been I hate when he's saying beef between us because there was never a beef. I never had a beef with you. Like, you didn't sleep with my man. I'm not mad at you about the situation. I'm mad because I thought we were friends. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hollering at you. I'm passionate about my shit. Anything that I do, say, talk about, I'm passionate. So I was passionate enough to come to you. Hey, my nigga, I know we wasn't best friends. I know what a best friend, I know what a cordial, like, I didn't say we hung out. It's a lot of friends that I have now that I don't go to clubs with. I left my friends in Dallas because that's all they did was club. I have friends for different reasons. We'll be on different scales. Just because you don't go without kick with them, go to lunch, that don't mean they're not your friend.
Let me ask you this.
I grew up, I'm different. You have a different background. I'm not saying you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? But me, if you ride in my car, we close enough, we got each other phone number, we talking, we FaceTime, we laughing and kicking. I feel like we have a friend, like a friend. So friend is a friend. Like, we talk, we got each other number. I done took you to your house, gave you rides before.
Let me ask you this, Rahj. Is there anything that you felt like you should have did different? Looking at where you are now.
Like, I don't want nobody to think that I'm mad because of a nigga. That's never been the issue.
Okay, so is there anything that you felt like you could have did different to get some different results? Do you take responsibility for anything wrong that you have done in this, not friendship,
setting,
but this, what?
In this setting.
In the setting or this, what did you say? It's not friends. She said associates. And this acquaintanceship. that could have been different? Do you take blame for anything that maybe you have done wrong? And if it is, tell me what that thing is you feel like you done wrong or you could have done different.
Okay, so there are two things that I will take responsibility for and
Okay.
accountability for in
All
this
right.
manner. First and foremost, I'll take accountability, as I've already done before twice. I'll say it again. I take accountability and responsibility for my mouth. Now, the chatter and what other people have said, no, I do not take accountability for that, because 9 times out of 10, that's not what I said. And we can't go off of what someone else said, which is 90% of why we're here today. It's off what someone else said. But I will say, when we're in spaces together, the utmost respect is always given. And on top of the utmost respect is always given, I always make sure I deal with Tristan in reverence and respect. It's never disrespectful. And the other thing that I will apologize for is for leading on that there could be a friendship. Now, see, I was just working. That's what I was doing. My mind was so focused on my craft that I wasn't even worried about friends. When you brought up anything that had to do with hair was totally different from me being friends. And it's crazy because the person that got on the live to speak so negatively about me used to actually be my friend, which is fine. No, no shade, no here or there. People have their own interpretation and do that. Everybody lives in a free country. We do here in the United States, and you are, able to have your own
Entitled,
mind.
yeah.
You're entitled
Right.
to your own opinion. And so
Right.
that's what it is. I'm not here to prove anything. Only thing
Right.
I know is that this right here, I've never disrespected Tristan Hobbs. Never.
You
And I'll
have,
say, and I'll
Raj.
say it over. When have I done it? And when do you have proof?
Right.
If
We was
it's
in
about
front of
what-
people. We're talking about at Tanya's shop.
you
Like,
not reading.
yeah.
Now, mind you, Tristan, you got to
That's not
remember, for the viewers, you have to remember there's a difference. When we read, reading is a part of our culture.
It's not. See, that's the thing. I don't have a culture. I'm just a black gay male. I'm not in like you. Like I don't have no.
male is a part of the culture.
I'm not a part of the culture.
Okay,
I'm just me.
sorry,
I'm not
you're
a part of
the culture.
I'm
and I
not
would
saying
apologize
that.
for
I'm
that
not
because
saying.
I thought that Tristan was a part of the culture.
I'm not saying that I'm not a part. I don't want to be a part. I'm just like I'm not a part of this thing. I don't want to be stigmatized to this gay culture. I'm just me. I just like men.
Well, we like to
I'm
talk
not-
shit. That's what we do.
That's
We
what
get
I'm
around
saying.
each other,
That's what
we
I'm saying.
talk
I
shit.
told you I
We
don't.
fight
I have
each other
never
up.
been.
That's
You're the
fun to
first.
us.
You're the. When I moved to Little Rock, y'all were the first gay people I have been around.
That's not true.
Little Rock, but and
Q was
look
before me. John
and
was
look
before me.
in Little Rock. You're not listening. Little Rock. Anything that I had any issues with in Little Rock with gay people, it's been Little Rock.
Are you
Nowhere
saying
else.
Little Rock and North Little Rock are different?
No, I'm saying in the whole. Like my issues with gay people have been in Little Rock. This is the first time I've ever been around gay people. Is in Little Rock.
In Little Rock.
That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
me
Not
ask
just
you-
you.
Well, we get around
There's
each other.
differences.
We like to read.
Let me-
We like
let-
it's fun. It's a sport.
Let me ask you
And
this,
my
Tristan.
apologies.
But I don't have a group of gay friends. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all, my culture is different from yours. I hung around my brothers, straight males. Like I wasn't around a group of gay people. I didn't grow up like that. You did. That's different. Like I'm not used to all that. So like I'm like, damn, this motherfucker, what the fuck? Every 5 minutes he throwing shade. Like what? Like damn,
Yes,
like
we read.
you get what I'm saying. So
you were
to
supposed
me,
to come back with something.
see, to me, that's just
And
where
my
I'm
thing
from.
is,
It's like, damn, you want to fight, like, or you
No,
want to
no,
like,
no, it's
like,
definitely
damn,
not
you want to
fighting.
fight, nigga, like.
no, and I apologize.
And then when I
for
was
not
younger, when I
doing
moved here before, like it's all this gay lingo. You
Yes.
beat to the guys. I'm like, what you mean? Beat to
Yes,
the guys. I'll
beat
beat
to-
you the
yeah.
fuck up. Like what you mean?
Yeah,
like
like me right now.
Let me ask you this,
Beat
Tristan.
we come
Is
from
there-
two different cultures.
when you look back, I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Raj. Is there anything that you felt like you played a part in making this relationship go backwards instead of forward? Do you take responsibility for anything that you've done that maybe have set this associateship backwards rather than forward? Is that no, Tristan?
You said what? I thought you were talking to
No, I'm
Raj.
talking to you.
Oh, say
I
it
asked
again.
you the same question that I asked Raj. Is there anything that you could think of that you did that played a part in this relationship going backwards rather than forwards? Do you take accountability for anything that you did wrong?
Yes, I'm not trying to be funny. I should kind of stop being so friendly. Like I mean, I know it's hard to say. Let's like I want to open up to people. I want to do more within my work, but I have to communicate with people. I have to mingle with people to get to the next level in my career. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? So I got to figure out different ways to kind of to keep business and relationships and personal separate. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't have many friends, and the friends that I do have, I've been having for years.
Mhm.
We might have one hiccup, or
Mhm.
we be good if we're not
Mhm.
around a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like I should have some of the stuff that was brought to me, I should have kind of just like let it roll off my sleeve and looked in within myself and say fuck this shit. Like I could have been more grown about the situation, just let it roll off. But I feel like I just let it add up and add up and add up, and that's where the frustration was at comes in there because like I'm thinking we cool, and like every other time you always got your mouth open, you always reading, you always doing this, you always doing that. I mean, that client called on the phone, said he didn't say nothing, but other people have came back and said shit. He might not have said it. He said it's always been some he say, she say
Which is
shit.
the problem.
And the reason why I felt the way because it wasn't coming from people I didn't know. It was coming from people we both knew mutually and people that aren't messy, that people that I wouldn't okay, like she can't be lying because she don't be in mess.
So
You
why
know
would
what I'm
you
saying?
never
Like,
address it?
But let me ask you this.
but we did
Is it-
address it like we was cool.
But let me ask
We
you
didn't
this.
get back. We didn't get back into it. We've been cordial. We didn't get back into it until I came back from Dallas. I was seeing stuff. Oh, they didn't. The girls didn't make it in Dallas. They right back here. I've been here. All that. All the girls they couldn't make it in Dallas. They couldn't afford Alonzo Arnold. They didn't pay him. Wasn't nobody at their hair show.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you
We
this.
ain't got the stunt. We ain't got the play. We ain't got the fake. And like we got
Tristan.
expensive cars, and I don't have to tell my every move. Like
Tristan.
I've never been that type of person
Tristan,
to blow or go or anything like that.
Let me ask you this. Is it fair to Raj that you assume that he said something that you didn't hear him say?
No, because he's done it in my face.
So for you to say, he said it when you didn't hear him say it, that's
Multiple people are not going to say the same thing.
But my question is it fair to assume that because 1,000 people said
Yeah,
you didn't say
hearsay.
something, it's hearsay, right? So you can't accuse him of saying something that you didn't hear him say. You might have evidence, you might believe him, but you can't really accuse somebody of saying something that you didn't hear him say.
It's just like the reading thing. That's not a sport to me. That's just like
we get it.
My mind on money. Like that's not a fun to me.
Last question. Where do we go from here?
Yes.
I'm gonna let Raj start first.
Well, we can start where I've always been, which is cordial.
Okay.
Start there. I've always been cordial. I've always been an associate, and I've always been positive. I've always dealt with Tristan in the utmost respect, as Ricky Cole has put in the chat. Respect, respect, respect. I've always done that. It's never been anything less than that. So therefore, in the manner, the question on the table should be asked.
I've been
On the other
disrespected
side.
a couple of times.
Here we go with this. So
You're
now we're
saying
trying to resolve
disrespecting
it,
how?
and then you want to talk
Yeah,
about
but
disrespect.
we're past
Can we
that. Everybody
That's what I'm
put
saying. We're
everybody
past
put, yeah,
it.
they put it on the table. It's all out there. I think the question that
And I will
B Level
say-
asked you now, Tristan, is
Where do we go
where
from
do
here?
you go from here? Do you want to wipe the slate clean? Do you want to forgive and move forward and be cordial, or do you just want to say, no, this is not something that and y'all just be on speaking terms. Hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. But I think that's so that like I said, and even with you thinking that you guys did have a friendship, you should take accountability, because if you think a person is your friend, then you do go to them and you do sit down and you tell them. And then he could have told you the same shit he telling us today. He could have said to you, well, Tristan, we're not friends. So I think that, like I said, there's some accountability
Instead
on
of saying,
both.
"Oh, you don't have a contract," you, like, bitch, we're not friends. I don't owe you no loyalty. You could have been a real bitch or a real nigga or whatever. You could have told me, "Hey, bitch, we ain't friends. I don't owe you no loyalty. You should have had a contract, hoe." I'd be like, "Oh, okay, shit, we ain't friends." I wouldn't have took it to heart. None of that. Like, if you
Right.
weren't my friends, I would have been fucked up about none of this shit. Okay, hey, how you doing? Shit, fuck you. I don't care if I don't see you or not. I done seen him in Dallas. We done had a good time. We kicking it, dancing, but that shit associated.
Can I ask
But
a
did you?
question?
Did you? Hold on. I want to get an answer because I
ahead.
don't think
No,
Tristan
go ahead.
answered
He didn't
Andrea's
answer the
question.
It ain't shit to answer. Shit, we ain't
What
friends.
did you ask that question again,
I
Andrea?
asked you, Tristan, can you, because for me, Tristan, and I'm just telling you, like, this period, like, this is a growth thing for
Yeah, it's
you.
a growth.
This is a growth thing for you. And I know that you are tempered right now, but usually when you've had time to think about things, you take a different perspective. So y'all, like, some of the things that y'all see, like you said, we're human. But you're going to be sitting down with other people in the near future, and you want to be able to set the example, because this is bigger than just you and Raj. This is about you and other people. This is how you
Absolutely.
facilitate with other people. This is what other people will see, and you want people to know that you know how to do these. So what I'm asking you right now is, can you move forward in a professional manner, that the malice is gone from this day forward, and you and like Ricky said and everybody else is saying, You know, you guys are two very talented people. And, you know, the LGBTQ is looking, they're going to be looking at this interview today. There's been
Yeah,
some
but
things
I'm bigger than
that
the LGBT
I didn't say
community.
that you were not.
I'm
I
bigger
did
than
not,
just that small group of
I
people.
did
That
not,
small group of people.
I
I
did,
hate that.
yeah, but
Stop sticking me with them people.
I didn't
I
stick,
love them to death, but I'm not. I'm not one small group of people.
listen, Tristan, I didn't stick you in. What I'm telling you is that you have a
Gay
lot of
this, gay that.
different demographics of people looking at you right now, looking at you, baby, right now. And I asked you the question, and the question is, can you move forward? And if you don't know that answer,
I don't. I mean,
then
I
the
just
thing
don't
is to
know.
say, I don't know. I
Just
don't
from
know.
this interview today, I don't know.
And
Like,
that's fair.
it is still
That's
some
fair.
unanswered thing. Like, cause I never had an issue with him, and it's making it like I had the issue because I wanted to be his friend. We weren't friends. Like that. If that's what he want to roll with, cool. You know what I'm saying?
What is unanswered? What do you need answered? What you say?
It's
Unanswered?
just like some missing. Like it really don't matter. Like because most of the stuff don't matter. Like I came here, I thought we were supposed to be a reconciliation. We was gonna talk. We wasn't gonna throw jabs. We was gonna be honest.
But Tristan, this is, I keep bringing you back to the point. You came here for something. You didn't get it. You knew that there was an opportunity that you wasn't going to get that.
Yeah, you may get it and you may not.
And so-
and the narratives are different. His
and so-
narrative is completely different than your narrative.
So my question to you is,
Because you keep asking me questions and you keep answering my questions. You talking about something? Is it fair to
I'm
say?
trying to get you to
that he
answer
didn't
the
say this?
question.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yeah, I seen what he said.
No,
I
you're
know
not
he said
answering.
it.
No, you're not.
It came from his own
I
juice.
asked you, where do we go from here? You still haven't answered
Ain't
that.
nowhere to
He
go
said
from
he
here. We're not
can't.
friends.
He
It
said
ain't.
he
I
doesn't-
can't move.
he
I
said
can.
that he
But
doesn't
then
know
you
to.
said there's some unanswered questions. So I'm trying to
It's
get those
really-
questions I'm trying to get those questions answered. What are they? This is your show. This is your opportunity to get your questions answered. What are they?
He said he just wanted to be cordial.
Okay.
We was cordial before. Shit, we didn't have to do this interview if we were just gonna be cordial.
So you thinking
We was gonna get to the problem, find the solution to the problem. I wanted to find a solution if we was gonna
Well,
be
the
around
solution,
together.
Tristan, is for y'all to get back to being cordial. And if you decide if it moves into something developed, then that is what it is. But then that is where you have that conversation later. Well, and if that's the decision you've made, then that's the decision that you have decided upon. But your answers have been answered, love. And the answers are that you've seen it in one perspective. He's seen it in another. His actions were based on the way he saw it, and your actions after you've seen some things were based on what you saw. And so both of you moved in directions that were based on how you felt about the position that you were in. And so that's all the answers. That is the answer. So the next step is to say, where do we go from here? Just like B Level said. And
There's
if
nowhere
there's
to
nowhere
go because I feel like it's always gonna be some shady shit going
well,
on.
you have to wait and see because people grow. You're not the same person you was yesterday, nor probably is he. And I'm not saying it may get better, but I'm just saying, like, you know, are you open to something different or are you not? Or do you not know? And
I
that's
don't
okay
know.
to-
I just
okay,
said that. I don't know.
Okay.
and
I respect
that's
that.
fair to try to
is
think
fair.
that out. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously a lot has been said today, right?
It's process
You have to process
Now,
that.
I will
No, I
say
just feel like
this.
I came here to be for real, the fuck for real. Like I came here to be like for real, like I wanted you to really. I thought he was gonna really just say how he really felt about me. I feel like he's saying he don't have an issue with me, but I feel like he still. I feel like
You want me to have an issue?
no, I don't want you to have an issue. I just want you to be honest about how you feel
I'm
towards
not
me
honest.
because when we were talking, you were saying facts. We weren't
did.
friends, cool. You gotta say, oh, because the gay community they really don't like you, girl. Like
You don't like that comment.
what is this? No, I'm just going on examples of shit. Like you kept on saying shit like with Tam. Oh, because we ain't even had no contract with them. It's like you be saying shit like I just like I don't know like you.
Those are the facts, though, Tristan. And the thing about it is,
It's
shouldn't
like
be
you
so
shady
affected.
with. It's like you shady
shouldn't
with
be so
everything.
affected. Listen,
That's not
if what
good.
somebody say can literally shake the ground that you stand on, the problem
No,
is
it
not
doesn't.
with them. The problem is within you.
No, I don't have an
Let's be
issue.
very clear. Now, the whole time I've been on here, I've kept my cool. I've been professional, been very, very respectful of you. Now, the thing about it is either we're going to resolve it here today or we're not going to resolve it at all. But one thing about it, and two things for sure. Every time I see you, I will acknowledge you with reverence and respect, and we will go on not being friends. One thing about it, two things for sure. I do want to state that this was the common ground. This was the time for us to settle the issue. But you so caught up in
No.
and what went on
I'm caught up on
that
what you're
really and
saying.
truly
Your
is so
responses
old.
and your
We don't even
responses.
have to address that.
I've been
It's
said
behind
that.
us.
I've been said
Okay,
that.
so let's move forward. What is it next? What's on the market?
Nothing.
Nothing's on the market. Sounds great. So that is the end of the UBT podcast. Nothing is on the market. We will continue to be cordial with each other. We will never we're friends. We won't be friends. We're trying to make a friendship. And from there, we will still be respectful in our spaces and keep living as we have been.
And I think that there you have it. I mean, it's plain and simple. It wasn't the resolution that you thought you were going to get today. Understanding in your spinoff, there are going to also be some people that just can't come to common ground.
Yeah.
That's a part of sitting down, having some conversation. And that's what it is. I'm going to say, as always, Rahj, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Thank you for giving us your take, your side. At the end of the day, I hope that this relationship, this friendship, this I keep forgetting the word you use. Not friendship, but she said
acquaintances or associates.
Can get you guys to, and I thought you guys, y'all had some exchange, or not exchange, but y'all were in the same room at Tam's deal. That was, even though Tristan was weird, I think this is somebody.
I wouldn't take any more calls.
I thought that was Tam.
The thing about it was, I got the phone call days ago. Mind you, I had let all this go.
Right.
I progressed. I moved on.
Right.
I don't even know what was said, how it was said, what went on. Baby, that's 2019, 2020, 2021. COVID was going on. All type of stuff was going on. You know what I'm saying? Right. I have not worried about none of that. I'm a totally different person from then, now that I am from then, that I was then. When I got the phone call to actually resolve to do this and resolve everything that was going on, I said, okay, sounds great. We can go ahead and unpack that. Because mind you, every class he has, I show up and I support. Everything he does, I show up and I support. Mind you, because I've never been somebody who was against Tristan. Let's be very clear. And so being that that's the case, I always show up and I always support. So now we have this thing where it's like, oh, you came to my last class. Let's sit down and let's support. Let's actually talk this thing out. But as we're talking it out, you want to go incident for incident. Baby, listen, pack all that up, throw it all away, and start with a clean slate. That's what I'm here for. At the same time, we didn't get that today. And I want you to know, going here forward, this saga, it definitely ends here with me.
Well, as I said, thank you. Thank you for taking the time on a Wednesday night to come and have some conversation.
Right.
I think you got what you intended to come, is to establish what the relationship was. Tristan didn't. We gonna love on him. We gonna understand Tristan loves hard, so we gonna love on him, and we gonna get past this.
Right.
But so listen, thank you guys for listening tonight. We hope that
and just because, let me just say this, and just because tonight this didn't happen, and I get it, I know you saying this is it, he's saying this is it, but like I said, growth really is processing, and then it's it's to move forward. So this could feel some totally different way next week.
No, there's no next week. This was the end of it, and this is the end of it.
Right. Okay.
When I walk out this door today, I will never address this situation again. I will always reverence and respect Tristan as a human being and as a hairstylist.
Right.
But we will
you're not respecting. You haven't been respecting me. Just say you don't. Just say you don't fuck with me. Just be real. That's all I want you to be, is real. Just say you don't fuck with me. Just say you don't fuck with me. You envy me. Just say you don't fuck with me. That's all you have to say. Don't all that cute shit. Just keep it a buck. You don't fuck with me. We wasn't ever friends. Cool. We ain't got to speak to each other. I really still think you're talented after all the little dumbass shit. After all the shit that we've been through, I feel like you're still talented. Never gonna take that away with you. But you have said some things to me, to people. Like, and I've seen messages and shit. I just don't keep shit like that. Like, you pick with me on a reality show. I wasn't even cool with Tanya, and I put both of y'all doing the same thing I do now, trying to unite motherfuckers. And I'm always the one that look like the motherfucker that's always got a problem or issue, or I'm feisty, or I want to fight all the time now, because motherfuckers always playing. If I had an issue with him, I'd have been scraped him long time ago. I'd have seen him numerous places. I don't have a problem with him. So I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody win. Anybody that I'm around, I want to see them win.
If you didn't have a problem with me, why did you call me?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? What I mean is what I said. If you didn't,
I didn't have a problem with you. I called you.
Why did you contact me out of the blue? We have not talked in I don't know how many years.
To reconcile,
exactly.
to come here
Reconcile
to
what?
communicate. But you
reconcile
throwing
what?
jabs, talking about some nigga that I talked to
never
for a week,
threw
trying to be
jabs.
funny.
So
We can
they
call him
asked
right
about
now
what
like
we're
you have
talking
shit
about.
planned or something. Like,
Tristan, let me
like
ask
you
you
still,
this.
at the end of the day, you're still throwing jabs. That's
I'm
what I'm
not
saying.
throwing jabs. I'm
Yes, you're
stating the
still
facts.
throwing jabs. That's not facts.
It's my story and what I remember. What I
Because you don't never remember the right shit.
All right, so Tristan,
Like you always trying to make
Tristan,
yourself look like you're sitting there like you didn't, like you're innocent.
Hey, Tristan.
Because you sitting up there like you're innocent.
Hey, Tristan.
It doesn't matter if I'm right about. I'm a totally different person from
Tristan,
B level.
You have to grow past.
I'm totally a different person from you,
Tristan,
Andre. I take
Tristan,
shit to heart.
Tristan, you told me.
Well, sometimes you got to put your heart up.
Rahj,
And get it off your sleeve.
let me talk. Tristan, you told me she was gonna keep it cool.
He said the same shit,
I
he
am
not-
keeping it cool.
but he
You
not
can't tell
hollering.
me.
He
He don't have to holler. This is me. This is my voice. I'm not getting mad at him. I'm not jumping over the table. I'm having a conversation. I'm passionate. I'm talking. This is my tone. I'm not mad at him or nothing.
But what you're doing is coming across rude. This is
I'm not coming across rude. It's motherfuckers in the comments
just
talking
said
shit
that you
about my
would
mask.
expect
But
somebody
Tristan,
very rude.
but Tristan,
That's not rude. I have not been
Tristan,
rude. You've been
Tristan,
throwing the same jabs and shit.
Tristan,
Yes,
I
you
would
have.
like to end this show pleasantly,
200 viewers and plus
right?
two
I would love
I'm
to
not
do
being
that.
disrespectful to you.
I would love to do that. Here's what we're gonna do. We didn't get the outcome.
Did you play the videos?
No, we ain't doing it. We done with it.
Okay, cool.
We didn't get the outcome that you expected, but at the end of the day, thank you for coming again, Rahj. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your story, and know that hey, we're gonna keep trying. Right? That's what this is about. We're gonna keep trying to bridge gaps. Obviously, there was a gap that wasn't bridged tonight here, but at the end of the day, that's the purpose of it. That's the use. That's the purpose of this platform, to try to lend our platform to bridge gap. If you want to be a guest, hopefully you can have the resignation and the outcome that you want. Okay, email myself, email Andrea, email Tristan, or email the UTB. Okay, we're going to try to do this thing on the final Wednesday of every month. Okay, now we will be back, and it will not conflict with our Sunday episode. This Sunday at 7 p.m. We'll be back in the same space at the same time. So, Andrea, do you need to say anything before?
No, I thank him both. I think this is Tristan. I'm super proud of you. This one.
I'm not like
Well, it's
I
okay.
really like I don't care how I'm coming across to y'all.
Tristan.
I really wanted to
Tristan.
get to the bottom, be truthful. Like I don't care how I come
Tristan.
across. Like that's the problem. Y'all, most of y'all on here are fake as fuck. Like y'all put up a facade and shit like that. I ain't saying nobody here in the room. I'm just saying in the comments, like y'all fake. Like half of y'all in the comments got enough balls to come sit here and do what we doing right now. Like y'all don't have enough balls.
That's why I said that.
Some half of y'all fake as fuck. Like I'm the realest motherfucker you'll ever meet.
Tristan.
3/4 of them are for you.
No, you have people. You have people on here. You have people on here. You have a lot of
that-
people on here that
there-
support
there's a
you.
lot of
Like it's
people
not
on here
always
that's got
about
your
me.
back.
That's what I want people to understand. It's never always about me. That's why I always try to work with people. It's not always about me. Just like you was asking Tim why I'm always on flyers. It's not about me. It's about a
I never
community.
asked him.
Yes, you did. It's not about me. It's
Prove
about
it.
a community.
Prove it.
So,
Because I'm always going to ask for the facts.
so here we go. We will be here this
Never asked
Sunday,
Cam why you on
7
the fly.
p.m. Rahj, give
Cam,
us your
make sure you know
handles.
I'm finna call you.
Give us your handles of how people can support your movement and your social media handles.
Yes, absolutely. My name on social media is going to be Rahj TheStylist. That's RahjTheStylist. Rahj TheStylist. That's on all platforms: Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all social media platforms. I do thank you all for this opportunity to be able to speak and hash some things out on this podcast. I do pray that peace, love, and happiness resides within everybody here and everybody on the live. Thank you all. I will take this as a nugget for improvement in my life. This did not go in vain. I did hear you, Tristan. I will speak directly to you. I'm not going to act like you're not in the room. I did hear you. And for any way that I made you feel, I do apologize. Anything that you heard that I said, I will gladly apologize for it. It is not my intent to make you less than. It is not my intent to make you feel a certain.
You can't make me feel less than.
And this is the reason why we have our problem. I just want to let you know it. You saw it firsthand. And right then is when I start reading. And then when I start
Because I
reading,
don't go for bullshit.
in the middle of me being, you know what? I don't care. In the middle of me being sincere.
What you mean?
In the middle
It's
of me,
fake. It's not sincere.
How can you tell me that something
not.
is fake? The fact that I'm sitting here,
It's not. It's not sincere.
Well, next time
You
don't
can't
call
hear
me
the
no more.
play.
Next time don't call me no
I
more.
can call you. We love to call you.
You called me. Was it not you and Tam on the phone? They called me.
Yeah, we was.
Thank you. You called
We
me
was
to
being
talk to
real.
me.
Yeah, and then the stuff
Don't
that
call
you,
me no more.
Yeah, and all the
There
stuff,
is no
and all the
resolution.
stuff that you were saying on the phone,
There
you
is
ain't
no
saying here.
resolution.
You're not
Yes,
saying
I
here.
am.
No, you're not.
All right, turn the mics off. All right, so here
We're
we
never
are.
going to get anywhere because of that level of immaturity. Because of that level of
Sit
immaturity.
down. Okay, so let's sit
We said
down.
that the house
So-
rules were that we were not standing up. Currently, you are disrespecting me by standing up.
Okay.
So let's sit down.
Because it's trying to be funny. And again, I'm not trying to be funny.
Tristan,
All
let's
I'm
sit down.
All right, so listen here. We're gonna be here Sunday, 7 p.m. I want you guys to tune in to Unpacking the Baggage. We will attempt to do this on the fourth Sunday. Excuse me, not fourth. I'm saying Sunday. Y'all got me twisted. The fourth Wednesday at 7 p.m. Okay. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Andrea, for coming in on a Wednesday night. You weren't supposed to be here. You only supposed to come on Sunday. Thank you. Okay. And we're gonna continue to work. We're gonna continue to do what we do. So if don't nobody else have any other order of business, we will see you Sunday on the same bad time.
Same bed channel.
All right. Good night, y'all.
Bye
Good
bye.
night. Thank you all so much.
All right. Thank you.
Had another rough conversation with the voices in